I'll do a clockwise loop for the headland. She still has to go shopping because the boy drinks milk and we don't have any. And then there's a bunch of other stuff we could use. I might take the opportunity to go to Sam's and buy a couple of things. Although this time of year, it's always... This time of year on a Saturday, it can be a risk. Yeah, way too many people for my liking. Type of deal. Alrighty. So, now to the headland. And then I said we got the 4 fields along the map edge, along that tree row. I can do those. Planting for February will be done. And I think it won't be dark until we're done, or after we're done. We still have all the rolling to do, so rolling tractor is going to be rolling into the end of February, but for so long as all the rolling is done before end of February 4, we're fine. Otherwise, there's going to be crop growing and rolling it's going to make a mess. Let's turn the right way. Okay. Turn that way, and I should now be able to select that. The planting heads down, and we actually made that turn. That's nice. So I think this row, we're pretty much planted beyond where we needed to plant to. All the way down. So there's not going to be anything to fix, but we do have stones here, so it's unfortunate. Or rocks. Still second, third, fourth. There's 4 cotton fields planted of various sizes. And that is end of that row. Down and while I don't necessarily have to be bothered with that corner, OCD Farmer says, you know what, you missed a bit. Do that, that again, and I still missed a bit. Well, OCD Farmer says that's not quite as bad as it was. So, I have a long drive down here. And I did actually make this field a little bit bigger. I was doing the ploughing the edge of the field, and it extended over what would it be, a ridge or two past the original end of field line. So not only do we buy these 2 fields, we made them a little bit bigger. I think probably not very significantly, but you know. And the nice thing is helpers and guidance steering does cater for, oh, you made the field wider, that's nice. I'll cope with that. I just don't think it copes with this field, with 2 bulbs in it. I don't think it copes well with a field with 3 bulbs in it. So that narrow piece right at the end there, around that tree line to the right, it wasn't good. I could probably get away with chopping down those trees and then extending the whole, I guess, width of the field. It's the length of the other field, it's the width of this field, according to GPS preferences. So, yes, stuff. Okay, I'm going to pick that up, and I think I might be able to do a left orbit to get this positioned better than normal. All right, we are going to put that there and see how that works out. Not bad. Okay. So yeah, potentially we could just drop down this row of trees. There's no serious impediment here. I mean, sometimes on this map, there's huge gullies, streams between the fields, which is why the fields are an awkward shape. These trees are just an annoyance, I think. Anyway, how's our... we've actually got that one. We're not going to get the last one here. I need to drive past it. Stop, lift. No, shouldn't really do this. But, we got that. I'll get back on the line. So it will be in exactly the right position. How about that bit? That bit got done. Nice. And this is going to leave us with a little excess field line. Okay. Select that, drop that, go. Alrighty. So now we've just got to drive around the lake and the river. Which prevents me making this a squarish field. This looks to be working nicely again. We've only used 24% of our seed. Turned around, get that lined up, and we don't even have to pick the head up. Is it the tail? Who knows? It's a bit of a shame there's nothing coming up on the contracts to do. Because they're potentially, we've got 1, 2, 3 tractors sitting around doing nothing. I could always put the little 6R on the roller and free up the big 6R, which has about 100 more horsepower, to do something a little bit more substantial. But there is just nothing to do. We may get some cultivating contracts or weeding contracts or fertilization or spraying contracts next month, but February is another quiet month. So we just get to plant cotton for now. Anyway. Okay, this was the bit where kind of screwed up the rows down at the end here. Although that might only be one. And it might not be that significant. Looking at where the blue line is in the distance on the right. Oh no. Bisects that one. And oh, just misses that one too. That's fine. We'll do those bits too. Although the white bits would go away as soon as I sprayed this crop for fertilizer. There's it, right there. Drifted a little far over, but that's okay. Drive through that one. Drive through that one, turn on the GPS, and that should line me up nicely to end that field. Awesome. Lift, turn it off, fold it up. Let's go see a tractor about a job. What are you doing? It would appear... They might be doing scheduled for 2 headlands in this tractor. But it looks like it's very close to finishing the rows. How's this field looking now? So lots of very bright white fields. That's awesome. So we come to this one. Needs rolled. All of the fields need rolled. Or will do sometime. Turn that off. Turn mulched off. There's nothing else to do. Okay. And for that one, they're just growing. That's really all. The ones over here are seed bed, effectively. Okay. That's all wonderful. So you are about to start your headlands. I am heading down the road with my big long cedar. As I said, 4 more fields and we are done with the seeding for February, or the cotton seeding for the year. Oh, hello. Do that, fold that, sit back and wait. Zonk. it, and this will do its best to get on the line. I don't think I'm going to have a problem with any bits missed there. And I'm guessing 3 rows and 1 headland. Lots and lots of rocks. Oh yeah. Still, rocks don't affect yield, and yield is the target I am chasing. Environmental score is a bonus. So if I can buy equipment that will improve my environmental score, I buy it. It's good. So our fertilizer sprayer has crop sense, has variable rate thing on it. So we only spray as much as is needed. And then we have a crop sensor for the front of the tractor that will ensure that the entire system ends up spraying a precise amount of fertilizer on the field. I don't have weed sensors, so I can't do the weed thing with our sprayer. At least not at the moment. And we don't do weeding with the sprayer. Other farmers in the area do, but you know, it's do I need to do it or not? Are they going to pay me enough to spray their weeds? And I don't know that the spraying jobs are particularly financially rewarding. Okay, I'm going to have to go this way because trees. Over to here and then do that. Okay. Lower the cedar. Again, this is looking like a good result. I thought we were going to end up in the bottom corner to the left there. I think we're actually going to end up in that corner up there. Again, I think I should do that block or this field clockwise. Actually, do I think that? Maybe counterclockwise. Actually, yes, counterclockwise is probably the better score there. Still. Now also, I am thinking about putting a bigger engine in the 8R250. So they got 2 tractors that can pull this. I've only got 1 of these, so I can only do it with 1 tractor, but I think the cultivator also needs an 8R. So it probably works out better if I can do big jobs with 2 tractors rather than just the 1. The other option it would be to wait and see if an 8RT or an 8RX came up in the store and buy one of those instead. Doesn't make a difference which one I use. Or whether I keep a regular 8R. But it would be something different to drive around in. Okay, well, this field almost done too. Oh, Mrs. Osa's phone's beeping again. Not a big deal there. The roller is still doing its thing. Oh, it's not using as much diesel as we are. We're now down to 44%. It's only down to 47%. So I think we've used about 14% and it's used 6 or 7. And we'll lift that up. Get ourselves backed around a little bit. Okay. No. Back up. Let's now do that. Oh, you missed another bit. Oh, man. Come on, dies. That was my fault. I knew that wasn't going to work particularly well. Okay, lower that. Turn that on, and now we're getting straight across the bottom. It's not going to make it, so we'll lift that up. Actually, it doesn't look like I've got much of a full row here, so we're going to overlap on the left anyway. As long as the cedar is in approximately the right place, lower the thing, and off we go. It looks like there is a tiny row just about here. It's not going to show us. Our cedar's way wide enough. There we go. I wonder if I can sneak through that gap between the trees there. Not have to drive over the field that way. We'll see. I think for now I can drive straight ahead until something hits a tree. Doink. Well, shucks.